think it really says something when your project car actually starts to near the end of its title as a project car. After all, how many people can say they actually saw a restoration through to completion as just a hobbyist? This car right here has been my life's project so far. It is my 1985 El Camino, and I currently took on this project in 2016 when I was 23 and did not know much about cars. It's been quite a ride, but before it even remotely looked like this,
let's actually dial this back to the beginning and see how this all plays out.
El Camino has 4 distinctive offerings to suit many personalities. There's the base model El Camino, new wider rocker panel moldings, new headlamp bezels, and new grille, and a new stand-up hood ornament for a fresh, stylish look in 1980.
My El Camino specifically has had a very interesting life, even before it came to be in my possession. In 1985, General Motors moved the El Camino production facility to Ramos Arizpe, Mexico, and that's where my car would be assembled. According to my VIN number decoder, it was originally equipped with a carbureted 305 V8 and was number 307,443 to roll off the assembly line, and it was delivered to Yorba Linda, California. While in California, its first reported service would be recorded, and failing its inspection for emissions in 1991. After just 50,000 miles. It's really cool to find out that this car started out in a perfect rust-free location, but it wouldn't be preserved for long. In 2003, my El Camino made its way to Iowa, where it would be driven around in the Rust Belt for the next 13 years. In 2010, it finally came to live with its previous owners, and unfortunately, it was even in a flood zone, which had standing water sitting in the frame and in the floor pans, leading to some rust outs. I bought this car from one of my best friends in 2016 with a thought to bring it back to life, and even though I'm just a hobbyist, I began its extensive repairs and restoration work. At this time, George and I hadn't even considered starting a YouTube channel, so there isn't any actual footage at this point, just a bunch of photos I took acting to express the restoration I was attempting. I have decided that I wanted just an extremely reliable car to show off and enjoy, maybe bring a few smiles to folks who don't get to see these on the road very often anymore. So after some discussion with a restoration expert, I was talked into doing a 5.3 LS swap on this old El Camino. But more about that later. For the next 2 years, I would spend my time stripping and repairing everything that I could find on this car, including cutting out all the rust and sectioning in new metal. Again, I am just a hobbyist trying my best. 2018 would mark the last ride for the old retired 305, as it went to a private shop for all of its work and a motor swap. So far up to this point, I had paid $1,500 for the car, and then another $3,000 for the motor swap, which came with everything to make it happen. This even included a new gas tank, as everything was being converted into fuel injection. Unfortunately, we ran into some time constraint issues with the gentleman doing my motor swap, which ended up with me pulling the car back to my brother's garage and I doing all the work myself. But in doing so, I learned literally every in and out with doing a 5.3 swap on this G-body platform. Project cars really have a tendency to wear you down. Finding the motivation to work on them can seem impossible at times, and I know that I can't be the only one to have that go through their head. So I took on one small job at a time, one little piece of the puzzle, because I knew that even if just getting one thing done would move me that much closer to the finish line. Even though for the most part, I'm really happy with the way the paint turned out. At least for spraying in an impromptu garage paint booth, it's not too bad. It does have its fair share of blemishes, and during the assembly, the header panel dropped to the floor and cracked. This ended up setting me back quite a bit as it was repaired and then resprayed. It doesn't really match the rest of the car, but I feel like this too can be overlooked. I never really wanted a show car, because I plan on driving this thing as often as I possibly can.